Commissioner Hare.
Thank you. Second amendment, that the Board of County Commissioners will restart to require that clients will be citizens of the United States or other U.S. legal status, such as green card.
Second. So, again, trying to understand your motion. Your definition is somebody who is a resident of the United States?
Citizen of the United States or other U.S. legal status, such as green card, or if someone's here on a student visa, and that is quite clear, and I call the question.
Well, right now there hasn't been a second on that, so discussion.
No, she called
You second before discussion? You seconded the motion, but you second the call of the question? Okay. Question's called.
Commissioner Fast.
Require U.S. citizenship.
Chair, just for clarification, under our rules of order, and I'm just going to say this, and Commissioner Ashcraft is aware, technically, everyone has to make a statement, and then the call of question comes, and then you take a motion. So we're kind of forcing the call of question. I'm not trying to slow this down. So if you want to deviate from the rules of order, I'm just saying, just so you know for the record, that that's the way. You know, at one point we're saying, and Commissioner Ashcraft, that we want everybody to speak, and now we're saying no. So I just want to make sure that's called out.
And I appreciate the consistency with which we operate the meetings and allow for robust discussion and not a snap vote that people may not understand on the motion.
Fair enough.
Okay?
I withdraw the second.
Okay, thank you very much.
But you maintain your second on my motion, correct?
Yes, thank you very much. Commissioner Hanzlick.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I can't support that amendment for a couple reasons. One, I think it's not the prerogative of this board to address issues of documentation or not. And secondly, I don't know what other federal laws there might be. For example, when people come to an emergency room, it's my understanding by law they cannot ask someone their immigration status. I know when I was at Safe Home, we could not ask someone their immigration status. It was not allowed by federal law. It's kind of like when the fire department is called. Do you want them to be spending the time asking if someone's house who's burning down, what's their immigration status, and then what's the action will be taken based on that. So I can't support that.
So my comment was going to be that we know that there's need right now of people in our community. How you define Johnson County resident, how you define a person who's here legally or illegally, we can get into parsing terms. At the end of the day, there are people here that are part of our community. Are you part of our community if you've lived here for 6 months? Are you part of our community if you work here? Are you part of our community if we've welcomed you for a year, 2 years? When do you officially become a Johnson Countyan? I don't think it's fair to deny services to people based on that arbitrariness when it comes to the most vulnerable in our community that are going to need service in some way because we are a community that cares. So whether that be law enforcement, whether that be emergency ambulance, whether that be calling 988 and talking to a mental health professional, we're going to provide necessary, crucial life-saving services to people who are in our community. It's disappointed me how some of this has devolved into xenophobia and nationalism. I know that people who are in our community. It's disappointed me how some of this has devolved into xenophobia and nationalism. I know that's something, whether that be calling our community. It's disappointed me how some of this has devolved into xenophobia and nationalism. I know that's something that you've seen at the top. At the top. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have seen this at the level of, national news media, and it's disappointing that it now comes out here. So